Hello, Active Sage here on the Sage channel, and welcome back to some more Singular Survival. And right off the bat, I owe somebody an apology. Well, not just somebody, but everybody as well. I, didn't really realize how to say phonics correctly, or should I say phoenix? Because, well, you see, I always thought it was spelled like that. I mean, when you search phoenix like this, you get a bunch of Google images right up there on the front page right away. So it's like, oh yeah, that must be how you spell it, right? But the thing is, if you do it like this, which I was reading as phonics, the modder's name, the name of the bird as well, you get, results sort of more accurately. It does say phonics or phoenix, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that phonics like that is the main way of spelling it. Anyway, both of them, if you go ahead and click on image search, give you quite a few of them. Yeah, apparently phonics with the O, phoenix, with the O, also gives you tits, apparently. Anyway, off of that, so sorry about that, man. Thanks a bunch for fixing the mod. Sorry, I can't say your name. I don't even know if you watch these, but sorry everyone else that I was so incompetent on that. Anyway, what are we doing today in Singular Survival? Well, if we go ahead and cut over to SageCam's footage, you'll see that the monolith is sitting there looking pretty, ready to rock and roll, as one might say. So while our oxygen generators carry on pumping out oodles and oodles of oxygen for us, we're going to go ahead and start working on a way to grab this. And the way we're going to do that is actually going to be relatively complicated because, well, of course, we like to test the game a little bit. Now, I'm not using any of the multiplayer builds or rock, paper, scissors or any nonsense like that. I'm still using develop, build, whatever the heck that is, the bottom right there. But what we're going to do is grab ourselves a rotary rotor here, like so. We don't need an advanced one. Should we grab an advanced one just to be more complicated? Let's not do that. Let's grab our rotor, we'll stick it on here, and what we're going to do is then add a small rotor, put a merge block onto that, convert this into a large ship, and then pick the whole lot up with the flying sausage, and put a merge block on it, and then try to merge block that into our ship up there, and hope to God everything doesn't explode. That's the current plan, at least. So let's go ahead and get to that, shall we? Oh my God, it's an alien spaceship coming into frame right now. It's gonna weld up some crazy shit and then fly away with the monolith. Oh, now. Don't you think that's a bit silly? Let's grab some steel plates. Plates. And we'll stick that on right there. Thank you very much now. Wait. Does this still work? Does my buttons down here still work? It does. So that's fantastic. That button works. So we got our rotor on there. We got our buttons. So now we can go ahead and do to control panel, take ownership of it all. Ta-da. So now we should technically own this wonderful stereolith. Groovy. And let's go ahead and see if we can access the control panel here, rotor, and add small rotor head. Cool. We'll go ahead and press our fantastic magic button here. I was like, the one welder has a greater range, but it hasn't killed me yet. That's actually pretty dang cool that it hasn't done that. I'm pretty happy with that, and then of course, that happens right there. Which is my own dang fault for flying upwards instead of outwards, and I have no idea where these are from still. Alrighty, anyway, we're back here at our body. Let's pick that up, let's pick all this good stuff up, groovy, and let's actually just fly the ship a little bit closer now, so hopefully that won't happen. Yeah. And by the way, I know I could just go ahead and put the control panel on there to convert to spaceship to large ship on the stereolith and then just, landing gear, pick it up with this ship. But that would be a bit simple, wouldn't it? Don't we want to make things overly complicated? No, not usually, but right now I feel like testing it out. Because this is a new feature. Well, relatively new, a couple weeks old now, is it? And I figure why not? Also, I missed a few times there, which is a bit incompetent. Let's go ahead and weld that back up again. Fly our ship back in, turn on that super welder. Let's actually make sure we position the super welder, which is the bottom right one in that huge array right there. to go ahead and zap all that up. There we go. Lickety split. It wobbled a little bit, which is a bit terrifying, but overall it's not too bad. Let's go ahead now and grab our merge block. And doop. Coolio. And we can stick you right here. This is why I was originally thinking of maybe using one of the advanced rotors, because it would have had a wider connection point when I stuck on the head, but I don't think it really matters. Coolio. So we got that. We can weld up. I'm thinking we're going to need power, but we should have just enough little dinky reactor components sitting around to go ahead and ensure we will have power for that thing. Okay, I'm burning myself. Apparently those thrusters were still firing, even though I thought I just went straight up. Yeah, okay. And let's also go ahead and make sure we have a point down here so we can actually drop the thing off. Just need one, but I grabbed 10. Anyway, that'll be enough to finish this thing off. There we go. Ta-da! Now we have our wonderful little setup here. I could weld these up, but I don't see really any point. I don't think they actually improve structural integrity. It just means, you know, well, if they're hit at all with no armor, they'll instantly pop, but I think, you know, just these tiny bits of metal would pop anyway. Whatever, it didn't take us too long to weld them up anyhow with our tiered tools. Remember, we're at ×1 everything except for inventory, and minimal mods so far. We might end up adding a few more here. Let's first off just go ahead and see if that connects. Let's do a quick save just in case the universe decides it does wish to implode on us. And we'll fly ourselves up here. And over. I'm assuming this won't work because, of course, the other one doesn't have power currently. Am I correct in to assume? Well, looks like I might be wrong. Look at that, how the rotor is spinning there. How cool is that? Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and fly up a little bit here so they're somewhat aligned. Let's do another quick save since they're perfectly aligned right now. And let's just grab it, shall we? Right there. Oh wait, am I lined up correctly in both angles? No, I'm not. Silly sage. Wow, it actually kind of makes it useful having that rotor since it can rotate this sort of line up properly. If I could only get it to line up. Oh! Okay, I think we're good. It locked in. My UI is flickering in the center there. That's spooky. Everything looks like it went perfectly on Sage's cam. We'll re-watch the footage. If there's anything fantastic, it should be showing. If not, well, you're still seeing my screen. And let's go ahead and fly over here to this. We'll quick save again. Info, convert to ship. Okay, well, the monolith instantly killed itself. So, that's awesome. You know what? Screw it. Let you crash. Screw you. I had a feeling that was going to happen, but, you know, I was just like, let's be sure, let's check, let's see, what's the worst that could happen when you have to reload the game? It only takes 2 minutes! I don't know what this voice is that I've started doing. Alrighty then, everything is now reloaded. Let's go ahead back into here. Not to convert the ship, we want to get our drill out. You can see I've repositioned Sage Cam as well. And we want to go ahead and drill down and get rid of all this ice to make sure it's got a nice amount of clearance there. I'm just listening to the sound. Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? I think they've done a lot of fixing on their sound. Pretty awesome. Also, why are you floating? Alrighty. So yeah, that should be clear now. I'm going to cheat you a little tiny bit now. We're going to fly our camera through here just to make sure there's no little bits of terrain that have stuck in here. Don't see anything, just the text that's visible from both sides. Oh, alrighty then. I guess we're good to go. We'll do another quick save really quick. It's a Shift F5 if you don't know. Click into here. Fingers crossed, ladies and gentle sausages, and convert to ship. Wow, that was shockingly uneventful compared to last time. Like, that's amazing. There wasn't any like random jiggle or none. It just worked. Alright, let's alright, let's go ahead. Let's just it just works! What? it just works! That's incredible! I've never seen something just work like that in Space Engineers. It's mind-blowing. Wow. It looks amazing, too. It looks very odd, doesn't it? I was just hovering about with it. Oh, by the way, I was sort of surprised when it broke, too, because last time I checked, this thing has like 1,000 components in it or something. Oh, wow. It's a lot less than I remember. But look at the time it takes to destroy one. Like, it's still 99% after all that. So, yeah. Yeah, it takes a long time to grind it down or weld it back up. So I was surprised when it blew up so quickly. I really was. You can see the placement point's a little bit off on it too, but whatever. Anyway, we're going to go ahead, fly this back over to our ship, the Iron Virus, which is perched precariously here on the mountainside. And we're going to go ahead and lock it in, I think... Where do we want to put it? We want to put it somewhere safe, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want to put it right up next to the main body here, because I was thinking about putting it where that little red square is. That's actually where Second Sage is hiding, which, by the way, check out Second Sage's footage here. I'm just going to replay it really quickly. Oh my god, don't crash. Oh my god, we're going to crash. Great. Fantastic. Just a little tiny, gentle love touch. Little love touch. Just a little... I can't move. Why can't I move? There we go. I can move again. Yeah, that was just a gentle little love touch. Ignore the smoke. Yeah. While I'm welding this back up... Oh, that actually did some serious damage. While I'm welding this back up, look at Second Sage's footage here of... How cool is that, huh? I'm, of course, imagining what it looks like and a little bits I glimpse, but it's awesome to see the flying sausage carrying the monolith just... sort of hover up into the stars and hover over there to its proper destination. Pretty damn nifty, I think. Pretty damn nifty. Anyway, what we're going to go ahead and do is... Ooh, why can't I go backwards? Look at those thrusters firing, and I can't move backwards. What if I hold spacebar? And now we start moving backwards. That's still a glitch that... It's like when you get close to stuff, there's some magical friction. Anyway, what I'm thinking of doing is actually putting this thing, instead of where Second Sage is, where I'm worried about the thrusters hitting it, or the one little turret down there deciding to have a heyday, which, of course, if it shot off the monolith, I'd have a million reasons to complain then, which is always so fun, isn't it? What we're going to do is go ahead and put the monolith straight down here. I don't think it's going to be a permanent position, but I think it'll be a decent position. Yeah, and I'm trying to line it up decently. We'll change our rotation on things in a little bit here, just trying to get us vaguely near it, and we'll stick our merge blocks down there and all that fun stuff. Do we have steel plates on us? Yes, we do. I almost said in us. What an odd thing to say. Yeah, I'll go ahead and set this up right here for the time being. And in the future, I think we'll move it to somewhere a little bit better. So put that there, weld you together, and put another one there on the bottom of the monolith, which looks so very odd. It's actually humongous. I think it's bigger than the ones that were in 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's pretty big, ain't it? Look at the size of that thing. Hi, expand my mind, please. Anyway, yeah, you can see it's a bit offset here too. So let's go ahead, grab the things we're missing, and finish welding this up, shall we? There we go, that's that one done, and that is also this one done. Groovy. Alright, let's go ahead and fly this thing down here and merge those together, and hopefully there won't be any nightmares happening. And before we actually go ahead and merge these together, let's do a quick save right here, right now. There we are, and down we go. Yikesy to the dandy. Let's try to get these lined up too, because we are a little bit off right now. Yeah, okay, yep. And of course, because silly us having it on a rotor means moving sideways. One direction isn't exactly moving the monolith sideways in that same direction. Anyway, we're looking pretty good here on all of our perspectives. Should be coming into alignment. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Lights are on. Alrighty, I did say before this, but I'm going to fly up. Break their tension. Oh. That's not right. Okay, we're going to space, guys. Okay. Okay, I've dropped the ship. 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 Thrusters on. Right? Stop falling. Bad ship. Stop rocking, stop turning, just... Let's get in the control room, huh? Let's get in the control room, because, of course, this is not supposed to have happened. Okay, well, let's just hop into here. Hop into here. By the way, the landing gears were turned on. I'll have you know, the first thing I did when I turned them off. I didn't turn... Okay, so I loaded up the world, I unlocked the landing gears, and then I relocked the landing gears. Except for we reloaded, didn't we? Which means all of that was undone. Yeah, landing gears unlocked. Let's go ahead. And, none of my controls are responding. Off, landing gears on. Inertial dampers, okay. Well, landing gears. What was the button for landing gears? I thought it was P, but that's not doing anything. Y is power. T is usually lights or interact. Okay, well, I guess the landing gear must have been on and it must have broken off. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and try to level the ship out, shall we? That way we can go ahead. We're floating upwards much faster than anticipated. Right. Okay, let's just stay very calm here. No, please no. Don't lose the monolith again. Alright, there we are. How is our hydrogen fuel doing? We have 3 bars on most of that. You know what I think we're going to do right here, right now? Lickety split. I'm just getting the stupid door. Why did they change this? Now you have to have your own pressurization system in there. I'm fretting a game mechanic. Why am I doing that? It is a good change. Anyway, let's grab this really, really quickly and just merge these together. Just really, really quickly before we run out of the fuel and the giant flying virus. Merge these together. Then we'll just go ahead and take the whole ship up into space. Up into space, lickety-split. By the way, I'm pretty sure we lost our little, oh no, the lunar war drone is still attached. I can see its antenna right now. That's, good to see. I'm amazed it's still attached, considering the large ship's, what do you call those fantastic things that dance and prance at night, which I've completely forgotten the name of, and dance and prance at night is what I say when I've forgotten the name of something, or zone out. Well, I've forgotten the name of it. Landing gears, that's the thing. Considering the large ship's landing gears decide they want to, stop working, I'm amazed they still do function. Again, I'm doing backwards and nothing is happening until I press spacebar and then we start flying backwards. Seems also like our acceleration and deceleration is not equal, even though I have an equal number of thrusters on each side of the ship, which is a little bit odd. That's probably just a placebo effect from me panicking. Anyway, let's line this up once again. I'm not going to reposition SageCam because I really don't feel like we have the time to go mucking about with another computer at the moment to fly it up here. We're just going to have to hope to Christ this works. Because if it doesn't, well, whoops. Anyway, let's go ahead, line it up, looking pretty good. Okay. Back us up a little bit. No. And the crazy thing is, once this connects, the flying sausage will technically be part of the iron virus. I can't move again. God dang it, I hate that. Like, you get in close proximity and nothing works. You're holding the button, waiting and nothing's happening. Okay, also I'm very turned around on what's my forward and backwards here. And zoomed out so far I can barely see anything. Now down. That's looking pretty good. Let's push it together gently now. And wait for the pop. Any second now we should have a pop. Don't tell me I need to take ownership of everything. I didn't. Yeah, we should be good. I didn't have to do that for the other landing gears a minute ago. Looks like we've drifted off course again, but I can't tell from this angle, so let's go ahead and buzz a spectator down there really quick. That actually looks pretty good. It's just a bit farther off than I thought. So let's go ahead and fly. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Oh, come on. It's pretty much... There. The holes are physically matched up. Connect. So if I'm right, I should now be able to do an F9 and hold spacebar and fire... Okay, well I thought it would be firing all the ship's engines, but it's not. It's just firing our little tiny craft's engine. The rotor is making it so it's a separate grid. But if I took that rotor... Let's do a quick save. Well, if I took that rotor and turned its safety lock on, which we know to be very dangerous, so where to go? Oh my god. There it is. I'm blind. So now if we do K and do rotor, and that already showed both of them then. Anyway, if I do spacebar now, though, we should have control of everything, right? Since once the rotor locks are engaged, it considers it in control of everything. It's not doing that. Anyway, it looks like I can hold spacebar and raise the whole station at 0.0 or 0.1 meters per second, which is a bit odd. Anyway, let's stop wasting fuel. Let's go back to our character here, and everything seems to be dropping gently. Run back into our bridge, which means depressurizing this again because we don't have a very good system for this yet. Don't know how the hell we're going to do that. We'd need like its own little oxygen container above it that just empties or whatever. Anyway, let's hop into here. Let's take control of the ship. There we go. Let's select the... well, I guess we'll just have to be alright with that, won't we? And let's get out into orbit, shall we? That way, we don't have to worry about finding gravity. And everybody's been yelling at me that, Sage, the way to find ore isn't down on planets. It's actually just following asteroids and meteorites out in orbit. Or I say orbit, out in the universe. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get ourselves out of the planetoid's gravity, up into a zero-G space, and try to go ahead and find stuff there, now that we have all that hydrogen fuel. And the first things we're going to be looking for is an excess of platinum and silver, because we're out of silver, we have pretty much none, and platinum, we're in pretty much the same boat, but we need platinum to be able to build our ion engines. Alrighty, we're making it up here. Coolio. Whew. Now I find myself wondering, speaking about engines and thrusters and all this, what might we find in the future being added to this game if that weird EM drive that doesn't appear to make sense to a lot of scientists turns out to continue to, well, work, as it has been? Might we have EM drives to stick inside of our ships? Okay, we're out of atmosphere now. We'll keep floating up a little bit here. The ship is slowly slowing down with our itty-bitty baby deceleration thrusters that we can see there at the bottom of your screen. Yeah, and of course the help from the flying sausage, and no help from our little guy here because we were smart enough to disable his inertial dampers like we should have done on the other one. Anyway, 70-something meters per second. I think that's enough of this flying about at this speed. Let's go ahead, disable our inertial dampers for a mere moment. I wish this game had a little thing to tell you which direction your ship is moving. You know, like Star Citizen has that little circle thing that gently tells you where you're aiming. Wish this had one of those. And right now I'm holding the up arrow on my keyboard to rotate the ship around. So if we were to do an F7 and zoom out here, you can see how the ship is turning. And this is actually kind of useful now I think about it, because we got little things zooming by us. And long as we don't smack into anything as we buzz about, we should be pretty fine here. And what we're going to do is, as soon as we're turned around all the way around, we're going to let the thrusters go ahead and kick in, and that should slow us down nice and quick-like. You know, I do actually have some footage somewhere on my hard drive of a ship that I was flying around with the super speed mod on, where you can go at ridiculously high speeds. And amazingly, it shot through the galaxy for about 5 to 10 minutes at incredible speed without hitting a single asteroid. So I have pretty, good feeling that we're not going to smack into one right now. I am terrified. I am absolutely terrified. Given my luck, I mean, we almost took off just by having the merge blocks in close proximity to each other. We're going to die here in a second, aren't we? Just waiting for doomsday now. Anyway, let's go ahead, hit our Z. And we can see our speed at the bottom right is decreasing, nice and quick like. I do like having that speed thing that tells you whatever your speed is in any direction. Do wish Star Citizen had that instead of just your forward velocity or reverse velocity. There we go, and we've pretty much stopped now. Sweet. I'm going to go ahead and select all these thrusters here, these lifter thrusters, maneuvering thrusters, and small hydrogen thrusters, and disable them. Thank Christ. Alright, cool. Well, guys, that was my plan for today, to get the monolith on board to go up into space and then, you know, be in space, and the next episode we'll go ahead and try to find some ore, but, just like our takeoff from the planet, it wasn't exactly to plan, was it? Jesus Christ. That could have been so much worse than it was. We got lucky, I think. Yeah, so that landing gear issue still exists in the build of the game. Don't know if the rock, paper, scissors builds are any different on stuff like that. Wouldn't really expect it too much. But either way, we've got our monolith here now. I think next time we move it, we're just gonna go ahead and move it with the landing gear, since we don't need to add all this excess complication. We've proven that it does work, which was really, really cool. That was almost definitely not expected to succeed here. I thought we were gonna have some huge explosions, not just the one little dupa, because we didn't dig it out, which I should have done, but I wanted to see what would happen anyway. Wow. Well, that was a successful day, guys and gals. Thanks so much for watching. As per usual, you can like, upvote, downvote, whatever you please. Upvotes are always, of course, appreciated, as well as any PayPal, Patreon support that you might be feeling generous and wish to toss my way. Oh, we forgot about this piece, which is now probably just hovering here. Nope, it's still connected somehow. Should we leave it? How couldn't we leave it? If this blows up in the next episode, well, we'll remember why. Anyway, guys, gals, that is it. Thanks once again for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Whew! I can't believe that all went so well. Ta-da!